Right, hello, it's Plant Life Forever 69 and today I thought I would give you an update on some of my carnivorous plants and even one of my never seen before non-carnivorous plants, because I do actually have those as well and I never talk about them, so I thought today I would. It's the first day of October today, so I am feeling extra autumnal, so I put on it's the most massive hoodie. It's basically a dress. And a cosy scarf. I went to get veg from the market in the city centre, and then I went to go and get some ingredients for sausage rolls that I'm going to make later. But you're not interested in the rest of my life because this is a plant channel, so I'm going to get on with the video without further ado, and I'll talk a lot, so yeah. So first I want to talk about Minivlad, or the lads. I don't think I could be any more pleased with the lads. I mean, the colour in the mouths, these are the big traps, are the newest ones, and they're nice upright big red traps, which is exactly what I wanted to happen, because if you remember when Minivlad was just a little bub and I rescued him from that death cup, he was so tiny. He was tiny, and now he's still small compared to the other ones, but he looks so healthy. I've had a little bit of an issue with mould, where some of the smaller traps that were right in the base were dying, and I just wasn't removing them quick enough. It grows on the dead matter, and obviously you want to get rid of that before it spreads and it becomes uncontrollable. No reason to panic. We've still got these new traps coming in the middle, and you see how they're much more upright than these low lying ones. I think the upright leaves are supposed to be spring leaves, so that's interesting. I don't know why he's doing that, but he is, and I like the way it looks. I've not seen any signs that he's going dormant though, and it is getting towards that time of year, although rude. It is getting towards that time of year, so hopefully we'll start to see him go to sleep for the winter. I think some of the other ones are beginning to go dormant. I've seen a little bit more black traps. I think by the end of this month I shall be popping them in the fridge, and I'm so scared to put them in the fridge. But that'll be another video. When we come to it, I might pop them into the fridge. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about is my Nepenthes. As you know, I had a breakdown. I think in my last video there was a leaf that was beginning to open, and that's what I've been waiting for. It's the first leaf that I've ever actually grown on this plant. I'll show you. This is the leaf at the front here that was developing. You can see how we've got that little funny looking thing again, the little beginnings of a picture, and it's grown. I mean, in the space of, what was it, like 2 weeks ago I made my last video. In the space of 2 weeks, not only has it opened fully, but we've also had this tendril grow to the point where the picture starts to inflate, and even the leaf that popped out of the center of that leaf I just showed you is here, and even that one is beginning to open, and we've got the tendril with its little snake head just there as well. So we'll have a new leaf in no time. That's really cool. And this one as well. This has been growing for ages. It is bigger than the other one. It's really starting to form into a picture now. So that's just kind of the next stage that this one will be getting to. It's really starting to burst into life now, this plant. Like how quickly this leaf has formed and started to open, and it's a big leaf as well, which makes me think that the picture is going to be even bigger than this gorgeous one. This one is coming to the end of its life. It's not started to die off, but as you can see the difference. This picture is a lot older. I had this on the plant when I bought it in summer, and this is obviously the new one that I fangirled over. So yeah, I can't wait to fangirl over these two new pictures and eventually this one as well. So this one is smashing it. I'm really excited. Now I'm going to do something out of character and show you my Philodendron Brazil. It's done really well for me. I know I don't really like the term beginner plants, but if you've never kept any kind of plant before, I recommend the Philodendron because it grows so quickly and it just gives you the reassurance that you're doing like the best you can for it and giving it its best life. So I'm going to get that. It's on my windowsill. Oh, so here is my beautiful Philodendron Brazil, and I will probably put some pictures of what it looked like when I got it because it's grown like a foot. I've had it, I bought it in either June or July, so I've had it for a while now. It's put out some really nice big leaves. Got some beautiful variegation. Oh, that's an interesting one. And it's still just forcing out loads of new growth. They are supposed to be red, the new vines, where there's new growth. It's red, which I think is interesting. But if I see if I can show you the entire thing. Yeah, it's got pretty big. It's definitely grown by at least a foot. These guys, they're good low light plants. Low light does not mean no light. I've got mine in a northeast facing window. It gets reflected light from some windows from the building opposite as well. So it's a bright window. It does get quite bright light and it is right in that window. So that bright light does help with the variegation. If you find that your Philodendron Brazil starts losing variegation, it's not getting enough light. And if you find that the new leaves don't have any variegation, then it's not getting enough light. And the way you can tell if that leaf is going to be variegated, see if I can find a good example. Yeah, there we go. It's not the thickest, but can you, no you can't because the bloody leaf is in the way. But if you can see on this stem how the stem is variegated. See if I can find a better bit. The stem is variegated and then at the end there's this variegated leaf. So you can see the variegation in the vine is what I'm trying to say. If you're not getting variegated leaves from variegated stems, it's light. Absolutely beautiful. And it's grown so well for me. It really has. I might have to propagate it soon, but I'm kind of letting it just do what it likes. I let this dry out a little bit between watering. I don't, it's still moist right now, so I like to let it, at least so the topsoil is dry, before I water it again. And I can normally tell just by the look of the leaves, it starts to look a little bit droopy. And I know that I don't overwater it, so I'm confident that it needs water then. I can tell just by the way it looks. If it looks lackluster and it's not all bouncy and beautiful like it is right now, then I water it. I also fertilise it once every 2 weeks with just a tiny little squirt of fertiliser. I don't use a lot because I'm worried that I will over fertilise it. They also grow better when they're root bound in a pot, but obviously don't let it get to the extreme. You should repot them like once a year. So I'll leave this until next summer and then I will repot it. But for now it's staying in the pot that I bought it in for $12.99 in my local garden centre. So yeah, that's my Philodendron Brazil that's on crack. So yeah, I guess that is the end of the video then. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave a like, a comment and subscribe to Plant Life Forever 69. Okay, thanks. Goodbye.